Here is the famous chemistry teacher Walter White in action. In this clip, Heisenberg wants to sell his pure drugs to Tuco Salamanca and also takes his partner's revenge from Tuco. Well, may you ask, how? He's just a simple chemistry teacher. Yes, he's a chemistry teacher, but he's also one of the smartest men in the world. So he figured about this problem too. Let's see.
Why don't you start talking and tell me what you want?
$50,000.
Oh man, 50 G's? How you figure that?
35 for the pound of meth you stole, and another 15 for my partner's pain and suffering.
Pardon?
Wow, it seems very interesting to learn new vocabularies and phrasal verbs with such an action serial. But in this video, we are also going to be familiar with some offensive words and harshful scenes. So if you want to learn English with something softer, then I suggest you to check Learn English with 50 Shades of Grey movie on my channel. So, if you're a new learner and you accidentally met my channel, then subscribe my channel now because every week I teach you English with 3 videos on this channel. So, without wasting time, let's continue.
Why don't you start talking and tell me what you want?
$50,000.
Oh man, 50 G's? How you figure that?
35 for the pound, and another 15 for my partner's pain and suffering.
Pardon? Oh yeah, I remember that little bitch. So you must be daddy. Let me get this straight. I steal your dope.
Geez, a slang term that stands for gangster, commonly used in an urban setting or by teenage posers who think they're really cool, and sometimes we use it for $1,000. Here, Tuco meant the money.
How you figure that?
Figure, to think about a problem or situation until you find the answer or understand what has happened. For example, if I have a map, I can figure it out.
35 for the pound of meth you stole.
Meth, or methamphetamine, is an illegal drug that gives a feeling of high or energy, and it's related to chemistry, and Walter White made money from this meth a lot.
And another 15 for my partner's pain and suffering.
Suffer, to experience physical or mental pain. In everyday English, people usually say that someone has a medical condition rather than suffers from it. For example, at least he died suddenly and didn't suffer. Get something
Let me get this
straight. If you get something straight, you make sure that you understand it probably, or that someone else does. For example, let me get this straight. Tom sold the car and gave you the money? Dope, a drug that is not legal, especially marijuana. For example, Jeff used to smoke dope all the time. And in this clip, Tuco meant the meth he stole from Jesse before. Wow, that was an amazing scene. My favorite line from Walter White is "This is not meth."
This is not meth.
What is your favorite line? Comments for me. I'm waiting. And now we have one of the best and iconic scene of Breaking Bad with Walter White and Skyler. Acceptable explanation for something that other people think is reasonable. For example, nothing justifies murdering another human being. Admit, confess, to agree unwillingly that something is true or that someone else is right. For example, I must admit, I didn't actually do anything to help her. How much I make a year? It means to the amount of money you try for and make in a normal day or a normal year. Don't forget to check our other videos after this video and like if you're enjoying this video. Suddenly, used when something happens very quickly and unexpectedly. For example, her husband died suddenly at the age of 64, or Walter White suddenly found out that he has cancer. NASDAQ, National Association of Securities Dealers, automated quotations, a system giving the price of shares in smaller and newer companies that are bought and sold directly between dealers on a national company or national computer network rather than in a stock market. Belly up, to go out of business because of financial problems. If a business or company goes belly up, it stops operating because it cannot say or pay its debt. It ceases, to stop doing something or stop happening. In everyday English, people usually use stop rather than cease. Clue you in. This explanation means to give someone guiding information that is necessary or new. For example, he'd been out of the country for weeks, so I clued him in on all that's been happening. The one who knocks. This scene was so iconic. Skylar was asking, what if someone knocks on the door and ends up being someone aiming to kill them? And Walt mentions that he is the one who knocks. In the criminal underworld, when a man becomes so powerful, he is able to show up at another man's home and kill him. And Walter meant that he is the one that other people scare of him.
Say my name.